We've been waiting for this car for over 2 years. It's the 2009 Jaguar XF. It replaces the S-Type in the Jaguar lineup, and it's the second vehicle that is designed from the ground up by Jaguar's Ian Cullum. Now, it's closer in size to the XJ, but this vehicle comes into the market and shows a new foot forward for a car company that could need some reviving.
Well, as Nick said, Ian Cullum did design the exterior of this car from the ground up, and I can't think of anyone to hold the paddles over the flat line of a car company better than that gentleman. We're going to take a look at an absolutely incredible interior. The beautiful exterior is obvious, but first we're going to start right here, under the hood.
Underneath the hood of the 2009 Jaguar XF is a reliable engine that Jag have used in the past. It's the 4.2 V8.
Let's talk some numbers about that 4.2-liter V8, 300 horsepower and 310 pounds-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in about 6.2 seconds, and it will push the car all the way to its 155-mile-an-hour registered top speed. It's electronically limited, by the way. Now, the thing about this car that I think is interesting is the fact that Jaguar did a great job of tuning the exhaust. It gives it a great V8 rumble when you accelerate, but yet keeping the car quiet when you're cruising down the highway. In a sense, giving you that cat-like growl, but yet quiet purr when you're on the freeway. Now, one of the great things about Jaguar is their use of aluminum, both in the A-arms and the structures of this car, keep the unsprung weight very low. Now, you might say, what's unsprung weight? It doesn't matter. It means that everything that goes up and down in the suspension is aluminum. Not all of it, but it makes so the car handles better, feels lighter behind the wheel, and makes the car feel more nimble. You'll like that when you're driving on the road.
Although a lot of the attributes to the Jaguar are up front in the nose end, there is a lot on the car that you don't notice immediately. High belt line, low windows, that very European luxury sedan, that low back end, and also the smoothness where the back window comes onto the trunk. Now, this vehicle also has great coloring. One of the things they've done in the color lab at Jaguar has developed a color where when you look at the car from different angles, you see many different colors.
When it comes to the exterior styling of this new XF, how do you review it? How do you put out something so different and try to itemize everything that's so good looking? Now, one thing I have to note, no duplication of emblems. I don't know why Jag's done that for so long. I love the big aggressive openings, and I like the way that the headlights actually not only protrude forward, but kind of turn around as far as where they emulate lights. So not only do you see out in front of you, you see on the sides of the car as well. Overall, in the front end, it's definitely different, but for me, definitely good looking.
On the interior of the 2009 Jag XF, everything is flush, the buttons are all in the dash, and everything is well laid out. When you drive this vehicle at day or night, you can actually see the road and see the gauges and glance between both of them and get a good reading in just milliseconds. Steering wheel controls, along with something that's outstanding and I haven't seen in any other vehicle, is when you start the vehicle, the air vents open up and the shifter pops out of the dash. With the electronic parking brake, it makes the interior and some of the gadgets on this car outstanding.
Well, from the passenger side, there certainly is lots to look at on the interior of the new XF. Sure, it's comfortable. I mean, it is a $60,000 sports sedan. But the thing about this Jag is the fact that all the little things come together is this great new design. I love the material choices. I love this kind of gritty aluminum look. I love the leather. I love the stitching. The Bauer & Wilkins supplied audio system is fantastic. And I like the fact that it all comes together like a beautiful tuxedo. The real wood inserts. And I'll have to say that this little gadget right here to open the glove box got to be one of the best deals in the industry.
Here's my two ups and one down for the 2009 Jaguar XF. Let's talk about exterior styling. Outstanding. Seeing lines on this vehicle we haven't seen before. Jaguar have done a great job, and especially Ian Cullum, in bringing us something new. But let's talk about how it beats its competition. Bigger than the A6, better than the BMW 5 Series, the E-Class, and the GS from Lexus. This vehicle is now outstanding and number one in this class in several items. Now, my second up for this vehicle has got to be interior-wise. That electronic shifter and the vent vents and the flash controls on the navigation system and HVAC controls, outstanding. We've only seen flash in one other vehicle, and that was a Jag. My down for the vehicle, well, I don't have a strong down for it. Now, it has high gas usage. That's because it's a V8 4.2 liter, but you'd expect that if you buy this vehicle and you're in this class of shopper, then you'd expect some high gas usage. Now, overall, I'll tell you, I think Jag have a major winner and are moving forward with the XF.
Well, when it comes to my two ups and one down, I'm going to get a lot more precise than Nick's overall love of this vehicle. I mean, obviously, he had no downside, really. But my two ups are going to be a little bit of what he said. You know, that gear shift knob, when it comes out of the dash, is absolutely stupendous. Sure, there's lots of technology built into this car. Everything from the great supplied sound system, the navigation system with flash drive. But it's that and the fact that you have a USB port in the center console make this car not only new for Jag, but in the new century of electronics. I mean, who doesn't have a computer, a BlackBerry, and everything they have to tune into today's electronic world? The other up is going to go right what he said. This exterior styling, this egg crate grille, and the way that the front end of this car looks. Now, a lot of people have said it looks like a Buick, but you know what? It doesn't. It looks like a new generation Jaguar. That's a big up for me. Now, the downside is where they're pricing this vehicle. It's certainly a little bit over where the S-Class came in. Whether or not that's going to affect sales, we won't know at this point, but for me, that's going to be my down. And that's also going to conclude our review of the 2009 Jaguar XF. The 2009 Jaguar XF comes standard with a 300 horsepower, 4.2-liter engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission. Standard vehicle price is $55,200 and an as-tested price of $63,125. City mile per gallon EPA rating is 16. Highway mile per gallon EPA rating is 25.
The driver's seat is brought to you by Ray Reese Volkswagen, family owned and specializing in Volkswagens for over 15 years, and proudly presenting the all-new Portland Hyundai. Check them out at rayreese.com. Miles Around Television is brought to you by Baxter Auto Parts. With 4 warehouses stocked full of parts ready to ship, Baxter Auto Parts can get you the parts you need when you need them. Buy with confidence from Baxter Auto Parts. Check them out at BaxterAutoParts.com.